Okay, we are live, everybody. My name is Bahzad,
My name is Risa.
and we are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan to bring to you the weekly Wonder Looper live stream. Broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan. It's early. It's just past 8:30 a.m. here in Japan. My brain's waking up a little bit. We've got a release day. You know, it's another one of them mornings. Yeah,
We are
we're both.
a little late for the stream.
Yeah, but
We're scrambling in less than 20 minutes. In 20 minutes exactly, I guess.
yeah.
We're going to be releasing.
What are we releasing, Lisa?
What are we releasing today? So there's a bunch of things. Ultimate Pima.
Yes.
3M t-shirts, 4 colors. Khaki, crew, those are new colors. Black, white is back. We're gonna have the Super Looper in 4 hoodies,
Yep.
pullover hoodies that are orange, purple, varsity green, and heather gray.
That's right.
3 crew necks, burgundy, sumi, heather gray,
And 2 new challengers.
kind of a side thing because normally we would have just like published the inventory, but we kind of held off because it came in late last week. So we just held on to the ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirts in black, and then long sleeve double heavyweight t-shirt in sumi. So
That's
those are kind of dropping at the same time.
Yeah. We figured they came in last week, and we figured instead of releasing them just sort of willy-nilly, like sometimes with restocks, we just release them online because, you know, we generally have a decent amount of inventory. We don't have to worry about it like selling out immediately. But we figured there was probably enough people who would like rather combine their orders. So we just held off. So it's going to be coming out this morning along with everything else. So we've got everything counted up. A lot of,
Yeah.
it's good. We're getting ready for it. Carl Morowski is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. The beard is looking good, brother. Thank you very much. My niece said the same thing yesterday.
Well, she just said that she didn't want the beard to be any shorter or longer.
Yeah, this is perfect. She said this is the right amount. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Craig, Cat Dad says, I'll make a scheduled appointment this week, trying to finalize our plans for when we can make it to Yokohama. Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing you here. Yeah. Do we have appointments today? That's a good question. Okay, good. Because we're going to be, we're going to be very busy today with the shipments. As you can see, we've got a whopping 2 orders as of right now. To prepare for the day. I know that'll take most of our time, but so long as that doesn't exceed double the amount, we should be able to handle it. Yes.
Hope so.
I
We will have Wyatt coming in
Yeah. So
just to help us with 3 more orders.
yeah. So just to prepare everybody for what's gonna go down. So at in 20 minutes from now, so 8 p.m. Eastern, it'll be 9 a.m. Japan time. We're gonna be releasing the new batch of goods. Here's what you do when you place your order. As soon as your order has been placed, double check your order confirmation. Okay, you're gonna get that order confirmation.
Before place the order, double check what's in there.
Sure, right.
But yes, once the order confirmation comes in, just make sure you order the right thing, because if you catch it right then, we can still fix it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over all the emails before we start printing the picking slips.
Yeah.
However, once you like go over past like an hour mark or so,
Yeah, we're kind of away from our desks.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is after the live stream, we're gonna be checking all the emails, because every time a release happens, there's always stuff to fix, right? You know, somebody placed the wrong order for the wrong size, the wrong shipping address. Maybe what often happens, this is quite common, in fact, somebody will place an order and then they're like, you know what, I should have ordered that other thing. And then they place another order. And then they want us to combine those orders, which we can do so long as you get to us immediately.
Right.
So, you know, if you email me 3 hours later into the day, you know, I'm over there, I'm packing orders. So like, I'm not, we definitely check periodically throughout the day, but the right time to do it is immediately. So yeah, so if you need us to combine something, send us an email, say, hey, I placed 2 orders, order, you know, ABC, XYZ, and order, you know, whatever. Anyhow, the however the rest of that pattern goes. So just tell us the 2 or 3 or however many order numbers that you have.
Please don't do like 4 or 5.
Hey,
has happened before.
We can handle it, but try to, the more complexity you put in there, the more complex it gets. So there's more of a chance that we can't or don't, can't accommodate it perfectly. So do your best. Tell us the order numbers. We'll then ship them together, and then we'll refund you one of those shipping charges, one or several, depends how many orders you place. So that's the first thing. Also, sometimes what can happen is, you think you're ordering an XL or a double XL, you click on that extra small. It happens. And so
by default, it will be the available smallest size, I think. It's how it works.
Right. Well, anyhow, basically, say a double XL or like something's in your cart, a double XL, and that sells out while it's still in your cart, it might change the size on you.
Right.
That might
the smallest available size.
Right.
Yeah.
So or sometimes you click on the wrong size.
Right.
So double check what is in your cart. Double check what is at checkout. So be careful with that because you might end up with the wrong size. So if there's a problem there, email us. If we have the stock available, we'll ship it. Or if you need us to cancel it, we'll cancel it. If you want us to switch it for something else, let us know what you need.
With that said, like if you want to switch to something else, the safest way to do that is to place another order for the correct item first and ask us to cancel the previous order, because by the time we get to the email, the other size that you wanted might be not available.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very good point. So definitely if you ended up with the wrong thing, order the right thing, and then we'll cancel the wrong thing. That's the right order. Anything else to be aware of at checkouts? Here's one. Now, sometimes people will order, extra large, and then maybe they're ordering, an extra small for their kids or their wife or something like that, right? Sometimes we see those orders and we hold them back, and because I want to verify that those are okay. Because when there's a wide, like if you're ordering a large and a medium, sometimes I'll see it like somebody orders like 3 or 4 larges and then they order like 1 medium. And I'm like, was that medium a mistake? So usually I'll check in. If you're ordering different sizes, if you write in the comments saying like sizes are okay, I know not to hold it back and check with you. I can just ship it. So anyhow, that one's less common, but anyhow, just good to know. Okay, anyways, those are the things to know about releases, so you make sure you get your stuff out of the warehouse quickly and that you get what you ordered.
Yes. Another pro tip is to have all of the information lined up, like for instance, like shipping address. Like if you have an account, I think that makes it the easiest. You register your payment method and you don't have to do that. If you're going for something that might be low in stock, don't use PayPal. PayPal takes you out of the Shopify, which, kind of adds the time, which may be crucial. So sometimes like you go over to PayPal and while you're doing the payment thing, like the item will sell out, because unless your payment is confirmed, like the inventory is not going to be saved for you.
PayPal, it's gonna slow you down, that's for sure. There's a question, or maybe a comment. DMT says, I wish there was a way to place multiple items in the cart without getting kicked out to the main page. That's why people place multiple orders for one item instead of 3 of the same in one order. I'm not sure. I mean, I will say that the most people who, I don't know how they're doing it, but there's a lot of orders that come through for multiple items. So,
of course, it's not that our ordering system doesn't allow that. Maybe in the past, like maybe one thing sold out while you're processing the order. Maybe is that what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. You definitely have to be quick. But the other thing, the big but to know, is, let's go to the internet website. Let's go to the internet, everybody. Here we are, wonderlooper.com, everybody's favorite website. If you want to preview what's coming out, right there, upcoming release. So this is everything that is going to be available for this release. So you can scroll through, and that's all going to be there. And then if you want to know, say we sold out of something, you're interested, you'd like to get it, check out our retailer availability list right here at the bottom. So we break down every retailer that is getting this release along with every color that they are getting. So if you're looking for a Super Looper pullover hoodie in America, you might be able to find one over at Black Blue, for example. So what's the question? How come the size measurements are missing for the new release hoodies? Are they the same as the sold out version? Is that the case? It shouldn't know. It shouldn't be.
If it is missing, then yes, it is the same.
Yeah. So there you go. I guess they're missing.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. I have a thing open, so I don't really want to edit that right now. Yeah. Take a look at the measurements for the other colors.
Super Looper French Terry. Why? Something must have changed on the website at some point. So yeah, check out like these colors, like the burgundy, for example. Like this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll update it at the same time as the release, but I just don't want to touch it right now.
Okay. So if you're curious about like the new release measurements, just go over to burgundy or anything that's already been released. So burgundy, Sumi black, and what did we release last time? Navy. So there you go. It'll be right there. That is you know what? Usually if we're missing something on the website, people will email me like immediately.
Right.
So anyhow, there's a lot of moving parts here. So we missed that or something happened. Okay, well, appreciate the heads up on that one. Daniel says, nothing better for my birthday than some new Super Looper French Terry. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Daniel J. Hope you get what you're looking for with this release. There's a question. Asian Dynamus says, morning guys, what's the feature for the Super Looper sweats? With the double heavyweight, it's obvious the weight. Just wondering what makes the Super Loopers so special. Good question. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so Super Looper, we don't put that in the title. I think this is the only item that is Tsuruyami knit that doesn't have it in the title of the product. But Super Looper is knit on Tsuruyami machines, so that is the century-old machines that very slow, but it's a very airy, bouncy fabric. So that is one feature.
Yeah, one aspect is that, and then so this is the double heavyweight French Terry. Maybe I should have picked a darker color so you can see. So you can see it's got these big, thick, heavy loops on the inside, and for next season they're going to be brushed, so you can see they're a little bit more fuzzy than some previous editions. But what you're getting here is definitely the weight. But as you can see on the inside, it's aside from the fuzziness, the loop construction is fairly uniform. What you're getting with the Super Looper is a really crazy texture on the inside. So you can see it is inconsistent the entire way, and the loops are randomly sized. So some are big, some are small, some are medium, some are in between, and it really feels like you're wearing a towel. That's sort of the cool thing about this. So it's plush in its own way. Here with the Super Looper, with the double heavyweight, you've got the heft, you've got the weight, and it's very, very nice. But the maybe you don't want to wear something so heavy in the spring summer. This is, well, I would say still a conventional heavyweight sweatshirt, but it's a little bit easier to wear in the spring summer, and you can even wear this into the fall winter, no problem. It's not like a flimsy light sweatshirt. And this sort of plush interior is very, very comfortable as well. So a good all-round, like all year wear sweatshirt with a great texture on the inside. This one, if you want like maximum like rugged durability and sort of heft. So those are the main differences here.
In the fabrics, yeah. And for Super Looper, we tend to do a little bit more athletic themed, a little bit more sporty. So we do like colorful ones, and some moves that our basic colors are more like college
collegiate
inspired.
toned.
Yeah, and also like we're not releasing a zip hoodie today, but on the zip hoodie we do like a contrast zip tape so that it is a little bit more, sporty.
Yeah.
Pops.
There you go. We've got Nasser checking in from Saudi Arabia. It's 2:48 a.m. with only 4 hours of sleep. Well, thank you for staying up so late, my friend. I hope it's worth it. I hope you. Yeah, sorry. I know. Like we try to schedule these at like the timing is good for like Europe. It's pretty good because it's late, but it's not too late at night. Australia and Asia, it's sort of a good time. It's pretty good. It's really good for North America. Everybody's home on a Sunday night. But I know the Middle East, it's a little in the middle of the night for you guys.
The thing is, like, we do have to prioritize North America just because we have a lot of business there. And so it has to work with North America, and that tends to end up being not so great for some parts of the world.
We can't. I wish we could optimize everything, but
I mean, we did rotate like night to morning in Japan time before, but I don't know.
Yeah,
we should do like a wheel where like next release time is gonna be this time.
That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous for us.
Very much.
Yeah. The other thing is, I would say that in Europe, we have some very, very strong retail partners there as well.
Right.
And so not every like retailers. You're going to get ready.
Yes.
Okay. Risa's getting ready for the release. But I'm just saying, as far as our retail partners, everybody kind of releases a little bit differently. But we try to schedule it for the same day. So I know some of our European retail partners might have released earlier today. I think I saw somewhere in the chat that some of our Canadian guys also released a little bit earlier in the day today. So it always varies from retailer to retailer, but we try to have it on the same day, which is today, April the 19th. So there you go. Risa's just getting the website prepped for release time. Get ready if you're looking for something, be logged in, and we'll take it from there. We'll hopefully get that order counter, fingers crossed, to at least double, and then we will proceed to pick, pack, and ship everything out today. Hopefully we can get to it all. Okay. Let's see. Stephen Kopelkamp says, I prefer the weight of the Super Loopers. It feels nice on the inside, and you can now tie the ankles. That's right, for the Super Looper sweatpants, which have yet to be released, but that will be a new feature for the sweatpants. That will be coming in future release. BD in the chat, Mr. Producer says, Terry, our friend Terry over at the store formerly known as Tati and Yoko, now currently known as Naked and Famous down in Montreal, says Terry looked great in his new purple Super Looper. He did indeed look great in that sweatshirt. I caught some videos with him wearing it as well. Mr. Lawmaster says, I like watching Wonder Looper live streams at midnight European time. Not gonna lie. Well, we appreciate that. And if you can't watch us live, at the very least, we've got the replay action for you, so you can tune in anytime it's convenient. I know there's a lot of live streams and podcasts and things that go around in the world, and for me, I generally like having a couple that I listen to, that I watch, that just sometimes just operates as background, while I'm doing some other things. So it's kind of nice. I watch a lot of Japanese vloggers. There's people who live here and they, day in the life of a this and that Japanese person. Or of like a foreigner living here, and it's kind of interesting to see what other people who are living here are doing in their lives. So good stuff there. Melody says, will there be another release of the Ultimate Pima Suriyami t-shirt in khaki? Yes, so khaki and Ecru will be new, they're added to the classic lineup. So they are not going away. They will be restocked. So if there's, as far as Ultimate Pima tees are concerned, if you can't get what you're looking for this time, don't worry, it will be back. Now, though it is a Suriyami knit, so production time on those does take a little bit longer than some of our other products. We do plan on keeping that one around, so don't worry. And I would say that anybody, especially in this sort of timing, there's other retailers that have these products as well. So between us and all of our retailers, if you're paying attention to release information, you should be able to snag what you're looking for. So don't feel too much pressure there. We've got Philly saying, I can't decide if I want two colors or not. I guess I'll just get the one I want for sure and think about the other one for a minute or so. Yep, don't wait too long. I would say, like, if you want us to ship them together, but you can definitely take a little bit of time there. Jeremy Sim says, Navy Ultimate Pima. Navy is in the works. It will be part of our fall-winter release. So fall-winter 26, probably sometime, I'm going to say Q1. So August, September, October, in that realm, we'll have Navy available. So Navy will be the newest color to the Ultimate Pima lineup, giving us 5 colors in total. Okay. Any updates on the status of your zip-ups? Zip-ups will likely be part of a May-June release. It sounds like maybe the website's not yet. Larissa says she's going to be a few minutes late. She's working on it. That was just a regular order. Not an irregular order, just a regular order coming through. So stay tuned, folks. Risa's on it. She's busy being hacker man there in the back, hacking the internet, making sure all of the keystrokes are being registered so that we can get a proper release happening. The popped collar says, wearing my Speedmaster 2 Speedy Twins. Well, I got my Omega Speedmaster on today. And hold on, let's get a close-up on that. And Risa, we might be triplets. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Metal Josh 666 says, just scooped one from Dant. There you go. Dant, our good friends at James Dant, it sounds like they just released theirs. I know that they try to coincide their release timing with us. So there you go. Orange French Terry added to my large Wonder Looper collection. Fantastic. I'm a big fan of this orange. I've been wearing it quite a lot. Okay. BD says, hack the planet indeed. Big fan. We're both very, very big fans of the movie Hackers. I love Hackers. There was a period of time where practically every flight I would get on, I would watch the movie Hackers and Night at the Roxbury. It was a tradition I had. So I've watched those two movies a lot in my life. Nasser says, Nasser's wondering when the release is happening. It's coming. Reese's working on it. She's working on it. So give us a second. Just some technical difficulties there, but it's happening. It won't be too much longer, but we appreciate the what's the word I'm looking for? The patience with you all. Okay, Tuxedo Slim says, got my Ecru Ultimate Pima. Let's go. Fantastic. I hope you enjoy it. I did not grab an Ecru for myself. I was a little bit like, maybe I should leave this inventory for the audience before I grab one. So if there's any left at the end of today, I will get one, but I didn't want to take one out of inventory. But I do want one. Okay. Somebody's asking the difference between the Ultimate Pima and the Soothing Gold. I would say that they're very, very similar in terms of properties, and I think that's sort of one of the really neat things about having both of them available is that you can sort of feel the difference. Now, the Soothing Gold T-shirt is technically a little bit heavier, but I do find that it feels a little bit more velvety. It has a little bit more of a in Japanese, the word mochi has a little bit more of a I would say marshmallowy kind of feel to it. Whereas the Ultimate Pima is a little bit, they're both very soft, but the softness is a little bit more marshmallowy, puffy with the Soothing Gold, where the Ultimate Pima, I find it to be a little bit more silky in tone, just a little bit smoother all around. Sally Fox in the house, our good friend, as everybody knows, Miss Sally Fox, the mother of Foxfibre, is in the house. Just got in from planting the experimental sea green seed. Sea green seed increase is here on my farm, and some others that are extraordinary in various ways. A huge rainstorm is coming. Grateful to have them in. All right, Mother Nature is going to provide with some water, and we're getting ready also to plant some of our very own Foxfibre, just a small amount in a little home garden, just to learn the cotton growing experience for ourselves. Okay, the people, Danity Project is the drop live. It's coming. Reese is working on it. There's just some technical difficulties back there, but just a moment, guys, and we'll get that up. I'll let you know the second it is available, and appreciate you guys holding on here with us. Okay. Michael with the non-question says, I have no question because you guys have been so informative. Thanks. Well, thank you, and thanks for tuning in. We try our best. But if you ever do have a question, we're here for you. And we've got Risa says it's live. It's live. There you go. You can see it happening. We're at 5 orders. We've more than doubled the orders today. All right, shut it down. There we go. Orders are live. It's happening. It's happening, everybody. You can check out right now. I'll just ramble on some randomness. So it's nothing mega important happening right now. So you can complete your purchases, complete your orders. Mike says, Standard and Strange hasn't put it out yet. Yeah, their release timing is sometimes a little bit later than everyone else's. They just tend to be, they have a lot of different products that they have to receive and sort through. So their release timing is often a little bit different from what we schedule for ours, and many of our release partners follow.
Yes.
What's that?
I am a little nervous because I did not have time to double, triple check, and there's just a bunch of items.
Yeah. Okay.
I am nervous.
Don't be. Risa's a master of perfection, and your nervousness is what keeps everything in line, in check. So don't worry about it. We're going to be just fine.
Just fine.
We're going to be just fine. That's it. Stephen Kolpakan says, I got my XL Burgundy crew ordered in. Well, thank you very much. We're going to get that out to you today. There was a watch check happening here just a second ago. And there's somebody out there. We're Speedmaster twins. And I said, now we're triplets.
Mine is not as fancy.
Yeah. Risa got the new the Snoopy moon swatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is actually very cute. You got like a Snoopy footprint on the moon in the back, and then right now it's not showing so much, but there's a sleeping
Snoopy on the moon back there.
And apparently, so in next month, I should be able to see more of Snoopy. But apparently, there's like a little Woodstock on the top, like a tip of his toe as well.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. Fancy Groceries in the house. Good to see you, my friend, Mr. Max. Hey guys, we just released the new batch. It's selling fast over here. So Fancy Groceries in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. right? Yeah,
Yes,
North Carolina. They're in the house with
There.
the new release. James Dan is out with the new release. We've got somebody checking in on the Naked and Famous page for the Heather Gray Super Looper. I'm not sure what Naked and Famous is up to right now, but hopefully it'll
Right.
up and out soon. As you can see, the order counter is it hasn't stopped. We are just a few moments into the release, as you can see here. We went from 2 to this. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy day for us. Yeah. Somebody says the counter looks broken. It's going to not
This
stop
is
moving for a
the
while.
charm of like
Yeah.
physical.
I do love this thing because it is just a flip clock and you can just hear it chunk, 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 chunk. So thank you very much, everybody.
You can never
Yeah.
catch up to the speed though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at it go.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Vibe checks in, says, also just picked up my 3rd Super Looper, Heather Gray this time. Very excited. I also I have 3 in my closet Super Loopers. No, 4. I have this. I have
Heather Gray?
the Heather Gray. I have the original blue, or was it last year's blue? I don't remember. No, it was last year's blue. And then
Burgundy.
and then I have a burgundy zip up. So that's my collection as of right now. I'm not gonna lie. I do want the green. Oh, yeah, I do want the green.
I want navy.
And I want the
so
purple.
badly.
I love all the colors this season.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see. Basically, I didn't want to take too much off the shelf. So we'll see how it goes. If there's anything left for me after a day or two, then I might grab another one. Evan, Papa George in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Orange looks good on you, Bahzad. Well, thank you very much. It's going to look good on all of you as well. Time to drive to Kojima from Kurashiki. Craig, a cat dad. All right. Well, have a good drive out there. It's a nice countryside drive. Was Zip releasing as well? The Zips were not releasing this time, so that will be part of the next release. We've got Garrett Chow in the chat says silver Snoopy Speedmaster here, quadruplets. Oh, he's got the new silver. I want that Snoopy, that Omega Snoopy watch. Very cool. But hard to get. You got a very special piece there. I'm envious. We've got Potato Peeler. I just got the purple Super Looper pullover. Fantastic. And then Eugene in the house. Good to see you. Got the varsity green hoodie. Fantastic. And Eugene also says he's got the Speedmaster with the white dial. There's a Speedmaster club definitely happening in here. I love my Omega watches, and I do love my Casios. I love my cheap Casios. I love my G-Shocks. I remember a couple years ago I was very much avoiding getting into watches, and then I did. And the thing is, like, I don't have a lot of, like, really, what I would call, like, very expensive watches. Like, the vast majority of my watches are, like, I would say the vast majority of my watches are all under $100. But there's a couple that are a little bit nicer than the rest. But I don't have any, like, mega crazy ones, cost like a house or a car. That ain't gonna happen.
Not yet.
Yeah, right. It's sure fun to watch these orders coming in. Yes, that orange is a great color on you, Bahzad. Well, thank you very much, Miss Sally. We love having these live releases with you guys, and it'll definitely keep us busy here all day.
Right. It is a little nerve-wracking on my part.
Risa's keeping her eye on
I
the
forgot
website.
to do a bunch of things, and anyways,
Okay.
it's okay.
Risa's
It's okay.
fixing
I'll
stuff.
fix it
Yeah.
later. I don't
Okay.
need to fix it now.
BD says for those in Canada land, Gerhard in Toronto seems to have their stuff available in Canada if folks are looking. Well, there you go. And then Mike says, sorry I'm late. Had to get my Sumi from Dant. Well, fantastic. Our good friends. They rebranded as just Dant, but they used to be known as James Dant.
Right.
Yeah, and it's run by Mr. Tommy Dant.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's a little confusing.
I think I got confusing for a bit, so I might have just make it easier, at James, at Dant,
Dant.
Dant alone. It's in my brain. It's always James Dant, and it's like Tate and Yoko is always Tate and Yoko.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It's,
it's hard to shake. It's hard to shake that. Um, this is Taco says, would you like owning a Sin, Bahzad? I'm not a brand snob, or I'm not opposed to owning any watch. If it looks cool, if it looks nice, I like it, So yeah, I like everything from literal cheap, like garbage watches. I've got a lot of Timexes. I'm not opposed to anything. If it looks cool, matches my outfit, and it's I would say for me reasonably in my budget, then it's and not something I don't mind duplicating things. I have a couple of like diver watches, right? I don't mind duplicating. You maybe have a diver watch. I have a couple that have like a black face. You give me a green face, this, that, the other. I'm perfectly fine with like. It's like I like have I like green or blue trousers. Like I like them, so I have a lot of them, right?
Right.
So I don't mind duplicating or doubling up here and there. Sometimes you'll find a diver watch style that you like, and another brand, or maybe even a different color. It offers just something different to your outfit. So yeah, I'm down with that. I'm not like the most technically knowledgeable person when it comes to watches. I usually just like, if it looks good and the price is right, then I'm a happy guy. Hayes Gray says Citizen Zenshin 60 is a great titanium at a nice price. Yes, Citizen makes some fantastic watches. Their super titanium stuff is really, really cool. I have a Citizen or two in the old watch case at home, and I enjoy them a lot. And we've got super tricky Ricky. Super tricky Ricky and the Slip says, I run an Omega Planet Ocean as a daily watch and a G-Shock for when I work. There you go. Yeah, I rotate a lot. So usually I wear a different watch every day. I wear a lot of G-Shocks and Casio F91Ws. I think I have like 6 or 7 of those. So a nice cheap $20 watch.
What I like about that watch the most is the thinness.
Yeah.
I can wear it when I wear long sleeve and
And
it doesn't get stuck.
Doesn't get stuck. And I would say that especially on days where we're unpacking or unloading boxes, having a nice, very thin watch is nice to have because it doesn't snag on anything. Sometimes with, this isn't the thickest watch I have, but like with some G-Shocks or some of my other clunkier watches, you can't do stuff because they're just gonna get bumped and dinged all day. And so I put on the F91W when I'm gonna be doing some heavy lifting. Maybe today when I'm packing orders, this is just gonna sit on my desk. But yeah. All right, Nasser says, I'm going back to sleep. Hope everyone got what they want. Well, thank you for staying up with us, Nasser, and we'll get your order out today. We'll get it out shortly. And then Jay Galpo says, a little late for the release here. Scored the purple hoodie. Fantastic. There you go. And Jeremy Sims, that new IWC vehicle drive pilot's watch, though, I haven't seen that one, but I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. React Bill says, I've been refreshing the iron pyrite for 15 minutes for the black and white Pimas, and looks like they aren't dropping, although they were in release. Can I order from you and secure an email to cancel in case they sell out? I'm not.
We don't know if Iron Pirate was going to drop at the same time. Not everybody is dropping at the same time. We asked them to drop on the same day, but some people wait a week or two after also. So I can't really tell you if they're going to do that now or later. You might want to contact them. But if you order from us, we can't we can hold for a while, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of taking away from the...
Yeah. Anyhow, if you want to place an order with us, go ahead. Just in the order comments, say hold order, and we'll hold it. But if
But it has to be a reasonable
yeah,
amount
I
of time
can't
because
hold it
there
for
might be
6 weeks.
other people who want that.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Lawmaster says the F91W is the watch to have. When you are in the grave, it will die with that 7-year battery life. It's true. Anyhow, and you also, you know what? Go down with an F91W. It's fine. You know what? It'll. You don't want to put give your precious stuff to the next generation, right? That's the way to go. When are the black fox fiber hoodies coming back? Mr. Blade Runner is asking. Yeah, so that's going to be a fall. That will be a Wonder Looper Blue Owl workshop exclusive, just like it was for last year, probably around Black Friday. So around that time, that is sort of the aim with the special Blue Owl collabs. And then Odyssey asks, when are the zip hoodies dropping? TBD. So likely May, June-ish. That's the...
Yeah. We're hoping for May.
Yeah.
Obviously. But who knows? At this point, who knows?
Who knows?
It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. The Unknown Chair says, I've always wanted the black fox fiber hoodie. I can tell you that the production for that has increased significantly. From, last year, like their website, it was incredible, the speed that they sold out. And then it was the same thing on our website. So we know that there's a lot of demand. And it, like when we check our back in stock notifications. So when you guys sign up for those notifications, it is something that we consider for, the productions and also for sizing. Yeah. We just did the fall winter production, and, we can go based on what we sell, but we can also, what you don't learn from when you're just analyzing what you sell, especially when most of our products tend to sell out to the, all the way, is you don't know what you didn't sell. And so the back in stock notification, so if you go on our website now, let's just go there right now just so I can show you guys what that looks like. So if you go on our website right now and say something is sold out. So let's just go over to here, Cashmere Blend Honeycomb. Like these are all sold out. You click here, and then if you click email me when available, you put in your information, your name, the size you're interested in, your email. What we do is we analyze this data. We can say, hey, you know what? There's a lot more people looking for smalls and mediums than double XLs. So we can, maybe if we need to tweak the double XLs in one way and the smaller size the other way, or vice versa. This information really, really helps us tweak what we're putting in. And if there's a lot of demand, say for a particular style, maybe khaki green, cashmere Henleys, for example, we know we should order more khaki green next time because there's, maybe 30% more khaki green requests came in compared to black, right? So I know I can make more black because there's, they did sell out last season, but at what pace do I need to make more? So those things definitely help us help plan for the future. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Steven says, I'd love to see contrasting Foxfire garments like iron mordant outside and fleeced fox fiber inside. Ooh-wee. That could be something. I'm not opposed to it.
The combination is kind of like infinite. And yeah, we just have to pick our battles, I guess.
Yeah.
We are narrowing down the spring this week, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So we can get moving on that. And there's just so many things we wanted to do. And at this point, though, we're just like, we can't do everything.
We can do everything. You know why?
It's just that, like the fall, for instance, fall this year, we are very much like behind on booking, as we talked about, because our sampling was late. It took a long time to get a lot of things straight because, we kind of took our sweet time. And even though the ones that are like really, we moved actually really fast on like the double heavyweight, the the burgundy, the oatmeal new colors.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still kind of like late because it had a lot of back and forth with the, the whole cost and all of that. So we're so late. And then we also didn't want to drop the yak. So we went ahead and created basically another collection
Mm-hmm.
for winter drop. And we haven't even started booking on that. So
Yeah, that's to come.
that's to
We're
come.
we're definitely late in some ways here and there, but look, we also operate in a much different environment than the typical like a fashion brand. You
Yeah, we
know,
don't have to
we don't have
work
to.
with the trade show schedule.
Yeah. So, and we're not dealing with, I would say big, giant, heartless, soulless, evil corporations
Right.
that will penalize you if you're a day late on a shipment, right? We work at the speed of craft. This is not mass market. We're not making it in some, giant factory that just pumps out generic stuff for everybody. Everything that we make is custom made for us. So that takes time, and all of our retail partners, and of course you guys understand that as well. So it allows us to be a lot more flexible. Of course, nobody really wants to be buying double heavyweight sweatshirts in the middle of June. You know what I mean? We can't be that late. But if the double heavyweight sweatshirts come anytime from like August to December, I think people are,
Yeah.
obviously the earlier the better. I want that to be early because I want you to enjoy it for the entire fall. I want you to wear it a long, 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 long time. But
Right.
we are definitely hard on ourselves in order to get things out when they should be out. But yeah, we're never that that off.
Well, all I'm saying is that it's like we rarely ever compromise in things that we want to make. So if it doesn't get made right away, we are maybe carrying it over to the next year or next season. Oh,
We hit 300. All right.
Nice.
There we go. We did it, everyone. We did it. And you know which Blu-ray I own the most of?
300.
The movie 300. First,
That was like one of the most overprinted.
I think it was that. Inception was also overprinted. Dark Knight. And yeah. First, like I have like a bunch of copies of Dark Knight and Inception and 300. Like anytime I would buy a lot of like Blu-rays off somebody, Facebook Marketplace, that kind of thing, I got 25 Blu-rays for sale, go to their house, pick it up, that kind of stuff. There was always a copy of 300 in that bunch.
And also like we go to like Book Off or whatever to like get, the secondhand Blu-rays. And Blu-rays in this country are generally like kind of still expensive secondhand too. And so like they always have this 500 yen and under section.
Yeah.
So basically $3 and under. And there isn't that many, it's mostly DVDs. There isn't that many Blu-rays. But then like the ones that are Blu-rays are usually the movies.
Yeah, everyone's got them. They're good. They're fine. They're good and fine movies.
Great
it's just,
movies.
Yeah,
But,
they really pump those ones out. So if anyone needs an extra copy of 300, it will not be hard to find. Stephen Kopelkamp says, I was thinking of looking into getting the Henleys hemmed to 3/4 sleeve. I mean, I don't think that's a good idea for ours, just because there's the ribbing on them, and they'd have to.
I mean, they're gonna have to redo that, sure.
I will say that I think one day we'll get into like baseball tees.
Yes. Baseball tees are so cute. I definitely want to do that at some point.
So, if you're eager to get something like that, then maybe that's something to consider. But
I also find like because we have the ribbed cuff.
A lot of people pull it up anyways. Yeah.
It's not I don't know if it needs to be altered.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's yours. You can do whatever you want.
But yeah, a sporty sort of baseball tee, football tee, that kind of thing, with the sort of the panel construction.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
with the ringer tee, I think the
Well, there's the football tee with the panel construction, and then
right.
there's like the raglan
Yes, I
sleeve
know.
3/4
So with
baseball
the
tee.
ringer tee,
Yeah.
the reaction has been very, very positive, I
Yeah.
think. So, that kind of makes me feel like we can do a little bit more of like maybe like play with color. Baseball tee, if we're gonna do that, we'll do like, sleeve
Yeah.
and box fiber or whatever different colors. It will be cute.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, we will slowly take over the world, as is our company. I guess our manifesto. I don't know if I'm thinking of
Manifesto.
our purpose. Our purpose of our country is our country, which we will soon starts with T-shirts, then the largest corporation in the world, then country, and we'll all be unified by our love of natural fibers, cotton T-shirts and sweatshirts, and peace-loving people. That will
Yeah.
be
It's a
will be
good
it.
point. Like I also really love raglan sleeve, and for t-shirts right now we do all set in sleeve. So
Yeah.
I think baseball tee would be a great excuse to turn
Yeah. And
make raglan sleeve tees.
this is Taco says, what about a rugby polo? Not opposed to it either. Not opposed to it either. Philip says, did these last longer than the Suvin shirts, or was it a quantity difference? Definitely a quantity difference.
Certainly,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
Huge
humongous
quantity difference.
quantity difference.
Yeah, we like Ultimate Pima's been around for a couple of restocks now. Like
Yes.
we like the amount that we've ramped that up is a lot, and it's also what we would call a more general release because we make that T-shirt for all of our retail partners. Like practically all of our retail partners order that tee. So
Right.
based on that, we know there's a lot of demand, and we have a lot of sales history behind it, and it's just something that we have continued to carry. Suvian Gold was a exclusive to one retailer. It's kind of like fleeced fox fiber in black, exclusive to one retailer. Like there's only so much production that you're gonna do because it's only going to one other retailer for that one.
Right.
So, yeah, the difference in production is a lot. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah. Uh, uh, G. Galpo, I think I'm saying that right. For sure, slowly taking over my closet. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I'd like to know. Sorry. Hi. I like how you all are producing T-shirts. Would you ever consider making shorts in a regular fit? Shorts in a regular fit. Well, we did make shorts before, and I think that their fit was quite standard. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what regular means to anybody, but I don't. It wasn't a fashion, super baggy fit, or it wasn't like a tight fit or anything. I'd say it's like a regular athletic fit.
Yeah.
We did do that, and they were okay. I think they sold well, and I think there's people in the audience here watching right now who have some and are very fond of them. But there was also a big demand for us to add sweatpants to the Super Looper. Some people are more comfortable wearing sweatpants. They don't wear so many sweat shorts. So we just based off of our size, basically how much we can produce, how much we can store, that type of thing. We had to make a decision whether we wanted to pursue adding sweatpants, which there seemed to be more demand for than sweat shorts. So we basically this season did the switch, went from sweat shorts to sweatpants. I would say the sweatshirts will probably come back one day. It's just a matter of space and production time and all that stuff.
Right.
With some of these fabrics, especially the Suriyamis, like adding options only adds delay.
Yeah.
It is not easy to add too much here. Like I want to add more colors. I want to have the whole rainbow, but it's all like, especially with this season, all we found is that it just makes everything take a lot longer to produce, and you can't get everything all at the same time, which is like ideally, like with the Super Loopers, just like with the Ultimate Pimas, we get everything in and around the same time. We can release them all at the same time. But with Super Looper this season, boy, everything is so spread out. Like, if you want to get this and the sweatpants, that could be 2 months apart. You know what I mean? So adding more and more stuff in certain fabrics really complicates the production for us. So, we certainly have to get, figure that out to make it a little bit easier. But yeah,
I mean, it's just like we can't shorten the time of production when it comes to the fabric production. You can't just tell old machine to speed up. It is what it is. So we need to be a little bit more cautious with that. And I don't know. I feel like we look at our collection now, and it's just like, no matter how, like, the reason why we switched to sweatpants was because we took a poll and everybody was more interested in sweatpants. But obviously when we're making sweatpants, somebody's gonna be like, oh, you're killing the shorts, like you should bring it back, you should bring it back. And it's like, so it is, like that, like we hear that also, but then we gotta pick with, like, because it's, in my opinion, the shorts people speaking up now are the vocal minorities at this point. So we do, like, I love my sweat shorts. I've been wearing this, like, since the weather got better at home all the time. Yet we can't have both, especially with bottoms. We don't sell a lot of bottoms.
The bottom to top business is maybe, like, for sweat pant to top ratio, it's something like 10-1. You sell 10 tops for every one bottom. So, if that's already your consideration, and then you split that into two, it adds, you're adding a lot of complexity for, I will say it, sort of saying it in jest, but it's adding a lot of complexity for not a lot of return, right? And when we are sort of pressed for time, pressed for space, and, like, it's like you not everything has to be maximum return. There's, like, I'm not saying that, but it's just, which is why I am going to say that sweatshirts will be back. They will be back, but we need a little bit more time, a little, as we grow into this space and get better at our jobs, we get more efficient and we can start to handle, things a little bit better. But as of right now, especially this season, like, we had to make a choice, and we went with the sweatpants because we thought we would make more people happy, even though it's not the maximum return on that one. We know it. But it's okay. We like it. We don't, sometimes we just make things because we like them. This is not some giant corporation where we're going down, every line of sales, and did we get the maximum profit out of this, and what should we be focusing on? Our gut is what drives us. If we like it, we pursue it. And so some of the things we like, it's just a matter of, can we pursue it right now, right? I'm not saying no to shorts. Shorts will be back. Michael says, I really want to go to Japan one day and meet you guys in person. Of course, shop the Wonder Looper stock. Well, please come. It's a great time of year. Japan, it's a great time of year right now. Now you don't have to drop everything to come here, but keep in mind, spring and fall, that's when you want to do your travel time to Japan. Yeah. Right. Okay. Sorry, I meant shirt for my regular fit question. Auto corrected me. Regular fit shirt. I'm not sure what that means still.
Oh, the shirt regular fit.
Oh, producing
that means either.
Regular fit shirts? We do fit. I think our shirts are pretty regular fit.
Yeah. Well, maybe elaborate. What do you not like about our t-shirts fit? Maybe.
Yeah.
We do consider, like, our fits in general are pretty, like, regular in our opinion. Obviously, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, but our focus is, as you know, is always, like, on the fabrics and the raw materials, and colors and all of those things. So it's a little bit like on the fit side, we play it safe in a way that like it should be a fit that makes most people happy. Like, if say for instance in the fit of t-shirts, like right now maybe like a more boxier, shorter with the wider body like fit is a little bit more on trend. But if we did that, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I want it to wear it underneath the thing.
Yeah.
And so we try to make it as neutral as
Yeah.
possible.
Neutral or classic is really what I really want to stay in classic land, right? These oversized, really puffy hoodies that are short with giant arms. I'll leave that for the fashion guys. You know what? The fashion guys can have that. I don't want your clothes to look dated in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to wear this sweatshirt. It's in 25 years from now, which hopefully it did last you that long. It's not going to look out of place. It's, we come from such a world of like, our expertise is in heritage, rugged wear. And it's like, you look at a pair of raw denim jeans from like, the I'm going to not include the 70s. The 60s and 70s, we got a little too flary at that time. But like, if you look at stuff at like, a little bit before that, or maybe even just straighter like fits from before that, you could wear a pair of jeans that are 50 years old and you wear them today and you're not going to look dated. But if you wear the trendy stuff of any time, just a little bit outside the trend, you just look really dated.
Yeah. But that's that we're not, completely unaware of what people consider like, normal at that time. I think it is important to keep the balance of something that doesn't look too off the
path,
the current culture. I think I think that's most reflected in sizing. Like we do make sizing a little bit, we adjust it upwards a little bit because I think it is a lot of people are wearing things a little bit looser rather than like a fitted. Yeah. And people are also getting bigger. We do accommodate that too. So I think we know what's going on now, and we try to make some things that are less trendy, less maybe fashionable.
I'm not gonna call it fashionable, but
more like basic.
Yeah,
is I think what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I like living in classic land, and there's just something about there's just something weird about a man's hoodie. A lady's hoodie that's short is fine. But when sometimes I see these guys and they're wearing these hoodies that are up to here, and I'm like,
yeah, but at the same time,
I'm like, did you borrow? It's to me. It's sorry to interrupt, but it's like you borrowed your girlfriend's boyfriend hoodie. You know when they had like boyfriend jeans, right? And like it was like those made sense, but they took sort of a baggier jean and they gave them a little bit of a lower rise, and they look fine. They look good on girls. But it's kind of like if a guy were to take that and then put it on, it's like it doesn't fit you. It doesn't fit your stature. Like, anyhow, it's such a weird thing that I'm seeing. Anyways, I don't like it.
Right. But I mean, if you take a look at like the past, things like, classic, like the very beginning of the garment or like historically, like, this is what they used to wear kind of thing is not always something that's appropriate.
Well, things
to
evolve.
Today's market. Yeah.
Right.
But so I think that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just that like we need to be a little bit more timeless than, a trendy brand would do. But we also need to be aware of what is going on, what people want, or how people want their clothes to fit today.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, when, and it's just a matter of when, the tight elastic bottom sweatpant trend comes back, like, I don't think I'm going to participate in that. Remember? Joggers? Everybody was in weird, very skinny fit joggers with the big, thick elastic. We're not doing that. It's not going to happen.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyhow, do you think clothing like hoodies changes how people treat you? Yes. Sure. I think anything you wear will affect the way people will treat you. People will like look, there's if you wear a suit, people treat you like you're a suit guy. You know what I mean? Like, but if you wear a suit well versus you wear a suit poorly, if you wear a sweatshirt, you know, I would say confidently versus, you know, somebody who's dressed like a slob, right? You're going it's not so much what you wear depending, but how you wear it. Like, you know, you're not I'm sure there's like some restaurants you can't just pull up in shorts and a sweatshirt and, you know, they're going to not treat you well, right?
Or they won't allow you in.
Right. So, but that said, these days, more and more, this, I would say, especially with a lot of our customers who work in, you know, professional fields that maybe don't require suits, the hoodie is the new sort of, that's the work uniform, right? If you're working in tech, if you're working from home, you know, there's a lot of industries where you can put on a hoodie and some nice jeans and you look professional, right? It's very normal. And I would say even in that realm, I'm sure there's a hierarchy of brands, right? Of hoodies and things like that that might be signaling to one, you know, group or another that, you know, and I'm sure to some degree ours might be there as well. Like somebody might feel like, you know, I've had it where people will say like, yeah, people recognize my hoodie. Like they know, like, and it's not obvious through logos or things like that. So I think that's why people seem to be like, they're very impressed when somebody notices one of our garments. But
I really like PD's comment. What I wear changes how I treat myself. I feel so much better these days, and that's part of it too. I think, you know, when you feel like you're comfortable and you're like you feel like you're, you know, wearing the clothes well, and you know you're proud of it, then I think that makes your whole day every day, and I think that is a big difference. Like when you're like, even to other people, like your confidence will, you know,
right.
kind of, when you're like, you know, I think everybody has these days where like you kind of put on an outfit that you're not really like happy with, and that whole day you're a little self-conscious, a little bit like kind of like, I don't feel so good in this kind of situation. And so I think that impacts how you present to
that is definitely a good point. Yeah, when you feel good about your outfit, you will sort of project a more confidence, and I think people definitely can see that. So yeah. Kalama says, so simply saying that hoodies either your comfort zone or your fashion statement. I'm not sure what you're saying there exactly.
Hoodie is just a clothing, and it could be a fashion statement in certain cases, or it could be your comfortable clothes, or it could be just your regular clothes.
Yeah.
I think there's we're not saying anything like it's either or.
Yeah. I've heard, you know, I guess because we're in the hoodie business, there was somebody made a quote, some famous person made a quote saying something like, you know, when you're wearing sweatsuits or something, like you've given up, you know, and it's like, you know, maybe somebody, I'm not going to say who it is, but I've heard this quote, people have attributed this quote to somebody who makes a lot of suits and dress shirts and things like that, but also makes a lot of sweatsuits too. And so, like, I just completely reject that idea. You know, it's over time, what we wear, what we've been comfortable with, what we feel looks good has changed a lot over time. You know, there was a time where if you wore a t-shirt, if you just wore a t-shirt, that was, oh my God, you're wearing your underwear on the street. You can't do that. To that t-shirt and jean is like the coolest combination of clothing, you know.
Yeah.
That in my lifetime, that's the coolest combo ever, right? So things definitely change over time, and like what has been appropriate to wear to work when you're a high paid professional has probably gone from shirt and tie and trousers to jeans and sneakers and hoodies. Like nobody's going to tell me that Steve Jobs is poorly dressed or wasn't dressed appropriately for his work. Try to make that argument for me, and then I will just constantly tell you how you're wrong.
Right.
You know,
the blanket statements like that are a little bit, I don't think it's a good thing to say. Like we talk about this lately quite a few times with different people. The topic keeps coming up of like, do I wear sweatpants outside? I have been able to like go out to the closest convenience store around my home in sweatpants. Like I'm comfortable enough to do that in sweatpants, but at the same time, I don't feel comfortable like going on the train, like or long distance things in sweatpants. And I just haven't been able to. Not that I don't judge any people who do that. I think this is
I
fine
see
as long
people
as
do it all the time. I
Yeah.
think it looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely great.
If you can do it, if you do it right, it looks good.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, personally me, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So that doesn't mean that it's wrong or that they have given up and I'm holding a higher standard or anything like that. It's just like, that's just different. Obviously there's different occasions, like whether you're going to work versus where you just like, going to see your friends, play some sports or whatever. Like it's I'm sure everybody has different reasons for wearing what they're wearing, but I think it's very like dismissive to say like, oh no, you can't wear sweatpants on the train.
Right. Like I would be not insult, like, if there's a real estate agent and, a lot of real estate agent suits and ties and, things like that. But I also wouldn't be offended if the same person was wearing like nice jeans and a hoodie and some like nice sneakers, like if they came, like they literally just came from the gym and sweating and this and that. Okay. Like there's a different, thing to that. Right. But, again, appearance is one thing. How you wear it, how confident you are, those things all play into it as well. When you generally speaking, when you dress well, you feel good. And when you feel good, that projects, outward as well. So, I'm very much, like, jeans and hoodies and t-shirts, like that's the new world we live in. And I think you can do a lot more. So sometimes I'm at the bank and the guy's wearing a hoodie and I'm like, like not in Japan. not in Japan. They could probably be a little bit more lax here and there, but
not at the bank.
Not at the bank. The Japanese bank, that'll be the last place that'll happen. But, in the West, it's gotten a lot more casual, polo shirts, things like that. No problem. That's easy to wear. Steven says, wearing sweats that aren't 4 sizes too big and are clean also helps. Too many smelly dudes with sweats around their knees and a hoodie that they can fit a family of 4. Yeah, it all boils down to how you put it together, right? So things can be appropriate and things can be maybe too casual. It just depends on the environment. There's no branding or logo that's visible on the outside, but the drawstrings on the sweatshirts and hoodies are pretty recognizable, so Wonder Looper owners will know. Yes, I think with a lot of our product, it's really just if you know sort of situation. If you know our colors, if you see the texture, our construction. It's I like it that way. I like it that way. Rugged Tutorial says, on my flight back from Japan, I wore my Iron Morden sweatpants, and oh my god, that was the most comfortable flight I ever had. Yeah, I did wear a double heavyweight sweatpants on the plane to Hawaii as well. I've done it, but yeah, I'm going to warm up to wearing more sweatpants.
I think on the flight is a good idea. Yeah. I mean, everybody. I think a lot of people just go on the flights in pajamas, basically.
Yeah.
So the
flight is where you can be. I've done I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I've done more than a few flights in sweatpants before. It depends. The Japan flight, from Montreal that's a long one. Anyhow, do you feel more confident in simple outfits like jeans and hoodies compared to formal wear? Kalama says,
Formal wear.
I don't look. I wear suits. I can count on my one hand the amount of times I've worn a suit in the last 10 years.
Yes. Yeah.
On one hand, I
You did not even wear suits on our wedding.
I wore shorts. I was wearing shorts. It was a blazer and matching shorts, but like, anyhow, that was as close to wearing a suit as I got during that event.
We live in this, world. We don't have fancy.
I don't have a lot of fancy occasions to go to. So like even in terms of dress shirts, like I don't have many. I have a lot of like sport collar shirts and like flannel shirts, but I'm a t-shirt and hoodie and like denim shirt or flannel shirt kind of guy. And my life is it accommodates that. Our work definitely accommodates that, but we'll go to every now and then we got to go to the accountant and I'm like in ripped jeans and a hoodie, like, they're all, it's Japan, everyone's suits and
they'll deal with like, a bunch of like small business owners.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. Yeah. Like if you own a restaurant here, you're not going to your accountant's office in a suit. Exactly. That's true. Yeah. I think it's silly to contemplate with this specific group if people look down on you for wearing sweats. We're sweat lovers. It's true. And I also think that I don't care. Like, if you think wearing a hoodie is whatever, I don't care. I just, I'm not so worried about your opinion of my outfit. I think probably a lot of people here are like that as well. There you go. Hayes T says, I got my first recycled E-Crew ELS shirt, and holy cow, it looks so much better in person. Yeah,
that E-Crew, I think in particular, is a very popular item. The T-shirt, the texture, and the crew color, and the seeds, and all that. Like it's very good.
There you go. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, guys, it is coming up to the end of the stream. At the moment, we have 345 orders to pick, pack, and ship today. We'll see if we can get them all out today. It's possible.
It's definitely possible. Yeah. With 3 people. 345 I think is
345 is in the doable land.
Although it depends. Like when it's just t-shirts, it's a lot easier, which is whereas if we gotta do multiple different sweatshirts or whatever, it gets complicated. Sometimes we have to make a box.
Yeah. If it has to go into a box, and that takes a lot more time to pack it up. Anyhow,
we're gonna get to it.
Yeah.
And so
Wait, I want to answer the last question.
Okay.
I like these questions because they're good. Do you ever feel pressure to dress differently depending on how you want to be perceived? Never. I want to be perceived as exactly a t-shirt and jeans and,
I think
casual guy. I don't care. I really don't care.
But it's also like, I think, I'm a little bit more aware of
Japanese expectations.
Yeah. And I would not,
like I wouldn't go to this to like there's certain things in Japanese culture that you probably should put on a collared shirt, right? Okay, so I'm aware of that. I'm not going. Also, if
you don't go to your friend's wedding in a hoodie just because it's disrespectful.
Right.
Even if you feel like wearing a hoodie because it's a party and you want to whatever, be comfortable. That's not what you do because you.
Yeah.
It's not
about me in that situation,
right? It's a sign of respect to dress according to the expectation of the occasion, and I think that's very strong here.
I'm very aware of that situation,
right? And I think it's important that you are aware, and at the same time, like I sometimes like feel like I can't wear jeans or I can't wear t-shirts for certain occasions. I feel like as a woman it has a very different standard as than men. Also, I'm also Japanese, so I think
Yeah, they
I'm held
expect a
to
little
a
more
higher
from you.
standard. But I also do like that. Sometimes you just want to feel like, okay, I'm doing something a little bit more proper today, and wearing a t-shirt and a hoodie wouldn't make me feel like that, like
Yeah.
just getting ready. So I think I like that division.
Right. But yeah, as far as like general pressure, I don't feel it too much. I also, I work in apparel industry. They, I will say like here's one. In Japan, like bearded guys, they tend to be like the arts and creative world, I tend to find. Am I wrong about that sort of fashion arts?
Well, you're not working for
Yeah.
a trading company.
Yeah.
Or like a bank, for instance.
Right.
You're not allowed to have beards, I don't think.
Right. So I think the trope is, so there's maybe even an like they know, like if you're this sort of look, that's casual land a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Creative.
Yeah, creative type. I've had this for a long time. I'm just saying that here, that's sort of the perception of
Right.
facial hair people.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of businesses where it's like, no, you have to be clean shaven. Like that is it. Yeah. Okay. Well then, we're gonna leave it there. Two last things. Will the Oatmeal Foxfibre hoodie ever come back? Yes, it's coming back this fall. It's definitely coming back. It'll be back this fall. And then I don't know where it was, but somebody asked if we could cancel their order. You got to send me an email because I'm just.
Yeah, we don't know.
I can't figure it out right now. Send me the email. We'll take care of it. You don't send me the email, I'm good. I'm gonna forget about it. Okay, there we go. We're gonna leave it there, everybody. We have now 351 orders, pick, pack, and ship. We're gonna get those out hopefully today. Hopefully all today. That's the goal. Other than embroideries. If you got an embroidery, definitely not going out today, but it'll go out soon. I say soon. Lisa rolls her eyes, but what I mean by soon is
sometime within the expected time range, which is now up to 2 weeks.
There you go. So there you go, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us instead of watching WrestleMania, which is on right now. Which I know. So I gotta. No spoilers. We'll see you guys later. All right.